some of these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to lie, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, what it no, it's talking about.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's second down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ever Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got room. And now running right through it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he finds Jason Morrow. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Oh, okay. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now for Carr. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And they'll run it here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hale. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He'll return it from the 6. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A give. This is Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll set up to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Flushed out, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the Broncos coming out now. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on second down. Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carr. Forced out to his left. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Broncos. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully put the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now back to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on second down. Carr complete outright to Jake Butt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speed.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Carr. And for a throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll set up a throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender
will be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. The Patriots have added on as they extend their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Carr to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Carr. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Carr now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And he knocks it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a play fake. Carr steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Carr now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Denver! A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though. Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top. Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackle. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's going to get it running right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He's back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Carlson now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now handoff looking right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week